We are back. Weather for Weather Geeks returning after a little bit of a hiatus over the last several days. I had a 3-day weekend, so we are back at it on this Tuesday. What a morning it was this morning. We had the coolest morning we've had in about 6 weeks across the valley this morning with a low of 52 at the Youngstown Warren Airport. 58 in Cleveland, 56 was the low in Pittsburgh. As we zoom into our local area, some backyard thermometers again, flirting with 50 this morning. Elwood City over in Lawrence County, 51. Columbiana and Boardman, 52 degrees, as well as Berlin Center at the start of the day today. Then it warmed up really nicely this afternoon. We actually got to 81 today. Our forecast was for 83, so we were within 2 degrees. Our current streak is up to 10 days, and we've got that 2016 accuracy up to 78%. I commented earlier in the summer season that I wanted that to be at 80 by the end of the summer. Don't think we're going to get to 80, but we've got a shot at getting it to 79% anyway before the summer is through. Been a pretty good summer for our forecasts. All right, our nice weather today thanks to a big bubble of high pressure, which is sitting just off the coast of New Jersey. And hardly a cloud in the sky today. We had a few fair weather cumulus and cirrus clouds. No big deal there. We have a warm front off to our west. Oops, I drew a cold front, but it's a warm front, believe me. That's out across the Midwest, and that's what's going to track our way over the next 24 hours. We'll start to see some of these high cirrus clouds during the course of your Wednesday. It won't be as bright and sunny as today, but I'm still looking for a pretty nice day. Now, dew points retreated. That's why it's been so comfortable over the last 24 hours or so. We have dew points still in the 50s locally, but look off to the west. Here's where that juicy air is. Out across the Mississippi Valley, heading up through the Plain States, and yeah, this is going to come east as well as we go through Wednesday, and especially Wednesday night and into Thursday. All right, quick detour down into the tropics. You may have seen on the Weather Channel or national news, we're keeping a close eye on what we call Invest 99L. Invest stands for Investigation Area. It doesn't have a name yet. It's not a tropical depression yet, but this is to the east of Puerto Rico. Here's San Juan right here. Up here is Florida. So this is still out there a ways. This is fairly disorganized right now. You can see there's not a lot of good structure to this. There's some colder cloud tops, yes, but not a great structure to this just yet. But that's probably going to change as we go through the next couple of days. And when we look at the computer model information, computer models several days out with tropical systems, even here in 2016, are a lot of times not very good with the track and especially the intensities. The models have a hard time with intensity forecasts several days out. That being said, people down in the southeastern U.S. into the Bahamas, you don't have tremendous amount of time to prepare in case this does track towards that direction. People down there really need to pay attention to this because even though the forecast confidence may not be all that high, if this were to go into the Bahamas and maybe into Florida, it would be 5 days from now, 6 days from now, not a lot of time. So here's a look at some of our computer modeling. We call this the spaghetti plot because it kind of looks like a bunch of spaghetti. You can see there is some clustering here, certainly. A track going north of Hispaniola, moving through parts of the Bahamas, and perhaps then impacting the southern half of Florida. This would be in the Sunday to Monday time frame. I think that's the most likely scenario, but this is not set in stone. There's still many options for this. This could end up going like this and heading up closer to the Carolinas. This could go like this. And what happens with this depends a lot on how much land it interacts with. There's a lot of land masses down here across the Caribbean that might, tear it apart a little bit, weaken it, change the course. This is still a difficult forecast. Thankfully, it's not a problem for us here in the valley. But if you know anyone that lives in Florida or even the Carolinas, Georgia, heading over towards Alabama, Mississippi, even that far to the west, it's a possibility that this could be a big problem at the end of the weekend and into early next week. It's been 11 years since we've had a landfalling hurricane here in the U.S. There's a concern about complacency in that part of the country because it's been so long. So this could be a real big deal. The European model, typically regarded as one of our best medium-range models, is scary looking for Florida and then even up into the northern Gulf Coast from Louisiana to Mississippi and Alabama. It's frightening. Now, it may be wrong, but it certainly has a lot of meteorologists' attention the last couple of runs of that European model. All right, let's go back here at home. Dew points rising gently tomorrow, but still not all that muggy tomorrow, even though it'll be a warm day. Look what happens Thursday, though. Those dew points get into the 70s. It's going to be a very soupy day Thursday. Temperatures 80s, dew points 70s, heat index close to 90, and that could fuel some thunderstorms as well. Here's a look at our computer modeling here. I think we're dry through the daylight hours tomorrow. Tomorrow night into Thursday, there could be a shower or a thunderstorm at just about any point. Any severe weather concern is probably Thursday afternoon, and then as that front slowly sags south, it's a weak front. There's really no temperature change on the other side of the front, but there is a dew point drop coming our way for Friday afternoon. That spells good things for high school football. Friday evening looks really nice. We do have some games Thursday evening, and the chances there for some showers and some storms. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center does have us in the low risk of severe weather across eastern Ohio and western PA. Not expecting a big-ticket severe weather day, but there could be isolated severe storms on Thursday. I mentioned that dew point drop behind the front Friday afternoon into the first half of the weekend. Saturday looks beautiful. Warm, sunny, dew points closer to 60 than 70. That'll be a pretty nice day. Dew points spike then Sunday and early next week with an increased chance for showers and storms as well. All right, we're within range of the Canfield Fair now in the 10-day forecast. Canfield Fair, unbelievably, gets underway towards the end of next week. The heat's going to peak Sunday and Monday. It looks like we could flirt with 90, especially on Sunday. And then some good news here for fairgoers and people in the WFMJ tent, like myself. Looks like the heat peaks before the fair and then starts to retreat some. Now, this is still a warm-looking forecast through probably Labor Day and the Canfield Fair, but it looks like the worst of the heat is most likely right before the start of the fair. More updates on the fair forecast, the high school football forecast, and everything else you need to know on future editions of Weather for Weather Geeks, and also tonight on 21 News at 11. I'll see you then.